Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to Grimm Vlogmas. I am Kathy Grimm, the Grimm Reader, and this is Grimm Vlogmas. And this is, I'm recording this at 10:14 a.m. on Monday, December 8th. And it will go up for my Vlogmas for Tuesday, December 9th, because I always do the next day. So you're always seeing a day off. And yeah, I decided to come on here just kind of like a traditional vlog style today. Update style with me trying to look a little less disheveled than usual. And I got these earrings on today. I kind of like my earring collection, so I like showing it off. These were from Etsy and they were not very expensive. And I've always kind of been somewhat excited about the idea of collecting what is called cloisonné jewelry. So I think it's enamel. I can't speak. Let me take a sip of my drink because I have a dry mouth per usual. This is from Trader Joe's, and I'm trying the sparkling pomegranate punch beverage with 50 calories only. And I do like their mixtures of tea and sparkling and pineapple juice. There's green tea, there's white tea. They have a lot, and I like them. I like them because they're less sweet usually. Let's see what this one's like. It's good. It's a little sweet. For 50 calories, that's sweet. Does it have any fake stuff in it? Pomegranate is kind of sweet, I guess. I like it. It's just a little bit too strong, overpowering. I don't know, it's fine. I'm so picky. I've decided that the hair issue is related to dry air in our house, to the point where we might have to either see if we have any humidifiers left in the garage or get a new one. I don't know. I'm thinking a humidifier might be, because the little house with you hear the noise of the heater when it comes on. It does tend to dry everything out. So today is Monday, and it's still a transition day from work to non-work because I still have to do grading. And this morning I was still in a bit of a funk, even including like, oh, I'm sick of vlogging. But I think that's just normal when you're doing it like this. And let's face it, even though it's not work, it's stuff that occupies your brain as things you want to do. It's something on your to-do list. And so what happened yesterday is I have this tendency in this transition time, and maybe even throughout the break, if I don't rein it in, to stay up very late. Because what happens is that's the actual me time, like private. And also, however much I love my husband and I don't want to, leave him at all, but I love being alone, like completely alone. I fantasize about an apartment somewhere, in my own house or apartment, even though because I think it's partly just because I'm introverted, and also just living in a small house with someone. Because when you're in your own space, you can do everything exactly the way you want it. You see how I am. Anyway, that's just something on my mind. And so what else? So the way I'm trying to rein in useless scrolling or useless time wasting occupations is that my only rule today, so far it's worked for a little while. Everything I do has to be useful, but that can include doing absolutely nothing, sitting there just resting or sleeping or lying down. I tend to what happens when I'm tired, that's when I tend to sort of get all weird and time wasty, as opposed to just mindfully lying down, or even just mindfully doing nothing. I think that's better. And so since I made that rule, everything I have to do has to be either useful, like cleaning up or work or just something like that, or nothing. But the problem that I run into as a neuro whatever person, so when I decided to be that way, which was, I don't even know how long ago, little things pop up and I take care of them straight away. Like I get sort of sidetracked by things I see that I want to do. And I guess that's where, if I'm sure some of you are familiar with, what was this guy's name? Get Everything Done guy, Dave, and he had a book out that I bought, a time management book. And I do remember, it's coming to me now as I think about this issue, if it can be done in 2 minutes, do it straight away. So that's a good thing too. Of course, most things I have to do don't take 2 minutes because of me. And I'm kind of glad I got a few things done that took a little bit longer. for example, just neatifying and cleaning out the shoe area in my closet, which gets a little dirty, and I don't have a lot of space in there. And also I have the system of stuff going to Goodwill, because let's face it, I constantly have things that I'm getting rid of. A few, it accumulates over a certain amount of time, quite a long amount of time. But that means that in the basement now there are 4 or 5 bags that we should go give to Goodwill. There's even a place in town, I may have mentioned this on the vlog before, that's better than Goodwill in terms of they want to reuse the clothing. And I'm not there yet, because that involves cleaning and laundering the clothes to go there. Also, she's run into issues where you actually have to pay her to give her the clothes, which of course a lot of people don't want to do because they're getting rid of it. But she's a sort of a one-woman show of trying to do this thing of reusing clothing a lot. And I'm really behind that in theory, only in theory, because I still buy too many clothes and give the things I don't want anymore to Goodwill. Yeah, such is life. I'm not perfect. I'm so not perfect. Let's see, what else? So yeah, I actually have gotten a few things done that were on my list, but I do, as a new or whatever person, I do run into the issue of what do I do next? Like, I spend too much time thinking about that, don't I? And I'm even fretting about it on the vlog, which I'm sure is really boring, but it really is an issue for me. I mean, it may be something that pushes me back to therapy. This decision-making problems that I have. And I know I have this, I just know that if I were talking to the one therapist that I had, he would basically in a sort of way say, snap out of it, which is not wrong. I should just snap out of it. But when you're in that sort of, you need a way out, being told to snap out, it's just not always that useful. But I will get through it. And if I keep thinking of my rule of it has to be useful, I mean, in a way, I guess spending time and thinking about what to do next isn't that. And there are sort of gray areas where I have to be careful. And that is, for example, what if I want to find out, sometimes I run into this issue where I want to find out something that I know I can find out on the internet by asking the internet. But that's dangerous, because then you're on the screens again, and then it sort of leads to looking up other things, and before you know it, you're rabbit holing and wasting time, or allowing yourself to go somewhere where you didn't want to go anyway. So the whole kind of, I have to be careful there. And look at me, I've just blabbed for 7 minutes, and I don't even know how interesting this is. I have many ideas, or still, well, not many, but a couple of ideas for sort of different types of vlogs. I have a strange book I need to show you guys. It's a scroll book, like it's up there. It's actually that one there. It's a little thing, but it's a little scroll of a diary, a travel diary by one of the Grimm brothers, but the lesser Grimm, the painter Grimm, or the illustrator Grimm, the artistic Grimm. And it's fascinating. I love it. I spent quite some money, for me more than usual, to get it. And it's a reproduction of the actual thing. It's not the original, which is probably at the museum in Kassel, which I should probably go to one day. But I thought it would be nice to unroll the whole thing. It's quite long. I will probably go from the living room into here, and the cats might, I don't know, I'll have to be careful. But that might be fun to, and I would translate the pictures. The pictures are darling. I love it. I love it. That's one idea I have. Anyway, so that is a word I say too much. Anyway, let me stop here and get on with what I want to do, which probably involves deciding what I want to do, and I will catch up with you later. Bye, everyone. We interrupt by trying to be productive for a cat interlude. Here we go. I just thought it was one, and then I realized all 3 of them. So we have a Lily, we have a Laverne, of course, and of course Mr. T. That is so cute. That is so cute. Hey everyone. This reminds me so much of England and my trip to London in 2023, where I got sick a couple of times. But I remember very well how we went to this super duper flea market, like subterranean. It went on, and there was super cool stuff there that you could find. And there was also crafty things like this beautiful, and it was a sweet lady who talked to me. I don't know, there was the lady who sold me my ring that I still wear, this one. Sorry, I'm giving you the finger. I meant to show you my ring. This one, the white one there next to my wedding one. I remember her. She was from Spain, and we talked about the weather. And I'm trying to remember the lady who sold me this thing. She was sort of similar, a slightly older lady selling stuff there. And I just fell in love with this. It's my colors, and it's crochet because I love crochet. And I don't even wear that often because it's sort of like, for outside the wind goes through too much, but I still love it. And it's a nice memory. It even has a little dragonfly on here. I like that too. And so if there's even a video of me where I remember that I say that my sister says I look like a monshishi, which is this little creature from our childhood. It's a typical slightly mean little sister thing to say about it, but it's sort of, I just laugh about it now. Things are still going fairly well with the trying to be useful, but it's this transition from, like, I'm getting ready to grade a test. And so it's always a little bit dangerous. And the thing is, I allow myself to sort of have a bit of downtime between things. I haven't played any games, but I'm sort of, for some reason I went to Facebook to look up something, and Facebook's another one of those dangerous things. Although the main reason for me to do Facebook stuff is to do with my hometown, like where I live, and kind of connecting to people there and people with lost cats. So there is a sort of use for it, I think, that's not completely bad. And then, of course, calendar stuff always keeps popping up too. So there's reasons that I'm stretching out the transition a little bit too long, maybe, but it's okay. I'm going to grade one of my tests. I have 2 tests to grade, and I'll at least do one of them today, the whole thing, and that will be good. Talk to you later. Bye.